Hello and welcome to the PC Machine Tech Help Show. I'm your host, Craig Chamberlain, and we are on episode 10 of the How to Make Money Blogging series. Now we're actually going to talk about how monetizing a website actually works. There's three different methods in which you can generate revenue through a website, typically. The first method, of course, is cost per click, which means you get paid for each time a person clicks on an advertisement. The second method is cost per impressions, which means you get paid for every 1,000 views of that particular advertisement. And the third is pretty much a referral type program, or they call it an affiliate program, which basically means that you put a product on your website that maybe you're talking about or reviewing, and if somebody clicks on that product and purchases it from that site within a week, you get a percentage of commission based upon that, the price of that item and the commission rate of that item. So first thing we're going to do is, just so you know, you can go to my website at pcmachiana.com. We're going to go in detail on some kind of intricate issues here related to cost per click, so you guys will indefinitely have questions. Go into the community forum. I'm going to show you guys where to post them. That way everyone can learn from them. And scroll down to technical support. Now, once you go in here, of course, you're going to have to register. And to register, you have to go up to the right-hand corner. And I have a log out here, but you have a register option. So let's start out by going to Adsense's website, which is by Google, www.google.com/AdSense. And now Adsense, I'm going to start out with this one because it covers pretty much all the bases on most of the monetizing sites out there. You don't have to use Adsense if you don't want to. This is just a great way to explain to you how the system actually works. So let's go ahead and click on View All of Google's Solutions for Publishers. You're a publisher. Well, you will be when you start writing your content to your blog, which we'll discuss later. And then let's go ahead and talk about, primarily, we want to look at AdSense for content. So go ahead and select that. Now, this can be either as complicated as sophisticated as you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it very simple. Okay? You don't need to know what's going on in the background, but you do need to understand how it works so that you can take full advantage of how Google has set up their system here. Now, it's very straightforward if you just look at it from the outside looking in. And that's what Google does here. They don't go into the deep explanations as to how things are done and how they can check to see if they're done, whether they're being done right. But they do contextually targeted ads. So keep your users coming back with contextually targeted ads. You want to make money advertising, but you don't want to serve untargeted ads to your users. AdSense solves this problem by automatically delivering text and image ads that are precisely targeted to your site and your site content. Ads so well matched, in fact, that your readers will actually find them useful. So it's supposed to be beneficial to your site. Now, it doesn't work all the time, but it's a very great system which they have set up. Basically, in this instance, you'll paste a piece of code after you've made your ad, which you'll learn when you actually open an AdSense account. It's very easy. You'll make an ad, and then you'll paste that code in your site. And then what it does is AdSense actually searches over the content of your site, and it generates an ad based upon whatever your content is. Very straightforward. Access thousands of advertisers with minimal effort. Signing up and maintaining relationships with advertisers is a full-time job. Luckily, AdSense does it for you. Our advertisers range from global brands to small local companies. So basically, you're not going to have to go out and recruit advertisers. They've already sold advertising space to people. You're just going to be displaying that advertisement space on your site, driven by their content engine. Rev up your site's revenue potential. When you display a Google ad on your website, you'll be maximizing your revenue potential. Google places relevant CPC, cost per click, and CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions, just like we just discussed, ads into the same auction and let them compete against one another. The auction takes place instantly and is win over, AdSense will automatically display the text or image ads that will generate the maximum revenue for a page. So basically, they scan over your content, they look at all the competing ads, they pick the ad that they think is the most relevant, and the most, they'll make the most revenue on before they actually put it on your website. So let's actually look at their example here. If we click on this image thumbnail, let me bring it up. And it brings up a demo site. This is what a website would look like. Now, this has all the fundamentals that you need to know about how AdSense Content Network works. It's very simple. It reads over the title of whatever the blog post is. And now remember, AdSense can't see pictures. They can read alt tags, which we'll discuss later when you're actually adding images to your posts. But I'm doing it this way, that way you guys understand how the AdSense system is going to work when I show you how to write content. So it says Jenny's dog naming service. So that's very important. It's about dogs, right? It's not that complicated. Name a dog. Do you hope people won't hear you when you call your dog? 1 in 5 pet owners want to change their dog's name. The very important thing here is we're seeing the repetitive nature of the article that they're writing, the blog that they're writing. You know what the content's about, and quality content is going to use very descriptive words. So that's how the content system is based. Now, when you go over to the right system, you see the ads that are displayed by Google, and what they show you is the relevant ads that were served on this particular page. Very simple, right? And that's pretty much how it's going to work. You just choose the size of the ad and the colors of the ad that you want, and then you'll paste the code into your site. Google will scan the content and display the ad relevant to your content for you. So let me go ahead and go down here, and it says when your content changes, so do your ads. Basically, because your content is fluctuating, it'll scan over different content, which means it will compete for different advertisements. Safeguarding your business standards allows you to block competitors and things like that. And let me scroll down one more time to customize ads to complement your site. Of course, you can use colors and preset colors. You can track your earnings with online reports. Basically, they have an online reporting system that lets you manage all your earnings, and getting started is fast and easy. Now, I wanted to go over the content-driven network today. This is my main focus. The affiliated-based ones are in a little more depth, but this is all I'm going to go over today, is the basic information on the AdSense layout. It's a content-driven network. You're going to have to submit your application, and then it illustrates the importance of making sure that your website follows these standards, just like this demo site did, of making your titles consistent, your page names consistent, and your content consistent. Don't try to cheat the system, but this gives us a good starting point for how do we want to write our content. That's how we want to write it. As always, thanks for stopping by. Remember, if you have questions, go to my website, pcmichiana.com/forum, and then log in or register, and then go ahead and go down to the technical support forum and click there and post any questions you may have. Thanks for stopping by, and stay tuned because we have a lot more to learn, and hopefully it won't be that frustrating for you.